Good morning, everyone. This is Kendall Askins from Stimulating Minds. Askins Stimulates over on Instagram. I'm joining you another Wednesday morning with another gem to drop. And while we were talking the past couple of weeks about they don't need to understand, I know that was impactful for many. And I hope that over the past couple of weeks that you really have taken that and own that. People don't need to understand. Trust yourself, trust the decisions that you make, and keep moving. So that leads us right into today. Keep moving, right? So we know that life be lifing. And what that means is that as planned as we may try to be, and even if you're not a planned person, if you are, you know that life does not work out always according to plan. So there are times where it might be smooth and it might feel like, okay, this is good. I hit my stride. And then something happens. It could be something with our health. It could be something in relation to somebody else. It could be in our finances. It could be with relationships. It could be with jobs. It could be just how we were expecting something to work out and it didn't work out, right? And there are times when these things happen and we get stuck and or we don't know what's coming and we get fearful and we allow fear to freeze us, right? And we know it's a very real thing. Fight, flight, or freeze. That's our brain's actual response. We usually have one of those three things that happen when our brain experiences or tells our body that we're in danger, right? And so some people just think that that means physical danger, but it doesn't. Whenever our brain tells our body that there is some type of trouble, our body has one of those responses. We either fight, meaning we push it through, we flight, we run away from it, or we freeze, like we get stuck. And 9 out of 10 times, I don't have the scientific research to back this up just yet, but I'm speaking from what I've seen and what I've experienced. 9 out of 10 times when we experience something that is scary for us, or when we're allowing fear to stick in, we freeze, right? Like we get stuck in that emotional space, whether it's because we don't know what's coming and we'd rather stay with what we're comfortable in, or we just are afraid that we think we know and we don't want to experience that. And I'm here this morning to really encourage you to push through these things, because the beauty of not knowing is that you don't know how it will work out. And usually we've talked about manifesting. We've talked about speaking things into existence. We've talked about walking as if things have already happened. And what I do know to be true and what I have lived is that when I want something, I walk as if it has already happened, even if I have no evidence that it has happened. And we know that that's called faith, right? The things hoped for, but there's no evidence of those things being seen. And when you walk in faith and walk that these things are going to happen, they happen. They might not happen exactly the way that you planned it. They might not work out exactly the way you thought it would, but it will work out that thing, right? So I'm encouraging you today to keep moving. Do not let these circumstances that you are dealing with, these hard things that are coming your way, make you freeze in the moment, or make you stop, or make you run away. Take what it is, even if you pause, even if you digest, okay, wait, let me regroup. Let me figure out what's going on, but keep moving. This is very real to me, very personal to me, because what I noticed a couple weeks ago, I had a moment where I realized that I was just holding things in, right? And I was just going about my everyday life, but I wasn't pressing towards pushing through what I was feeling. And there was a situation that brought it all up and brought it all to a head. And I had to stop And I had to recalibrate and say, wait a minute, what is going on here? And once I was able to do that and sit with myself and say, okay, you got to keep moving through this and you have to acknowledge what is going on, I was able to break through that. So I'm sharing that with you because a lot of times we get stuck. And if you don't acknowledge that you are stuck, you're not going to be able to have forward progress. Okay. So sit with yourselves today. Let's hear it. Have you recognized that you've been stuck? Have you not realized that you were stuck? And maybe after listening to this, realize that you have been stuck? Have you actually kept it moving? What's your current struggle, or what is the current thing that you're working through to keep yourself pushing forward? Let's talk about it in the chat, guys. Being vulnerable, being open, being honest. This is how we continue to tell our stories and continue to let others know that they're not alone in their struggles. So I look forward to chatting with you guys about this. Let's make it an amazing day, and I'll see you guys back here next week for more fun. Bye.